For years, every single landing page I made for my ads to grow as an artist on Spotify or anywhere else looked exactly like this: the cover art and one button. See, the button on this page is what's known as the call to action, or CTA. You want your call to action to be very clear on a landing page so that you can get the user to do exactly what it is you want them to do. And for the longest time, I only included one button on my music auto-generated landing page like this because everything I read said you only need one call to action on the most effective landing pages. In fact, if I Google more than one CTA on a landing page, I can come to this quick little article display that says use only one CTA. When it comes to landing pages, there is one cardinal rule: only ever use one call to action on the page. If you give your visitors too many options on what to do, they will likely do absolutely nothing. So going back to this page, you're giving the user a choice: either click the button or don't. It's binary, yes or no. If I introduce more buttons, then they have the option to do button A, button B, button C, or no, a fourth option that you usually don't take into account. We tend to forget that one of the options that the user always has when they land on a landing page is simply to say no and do nothing. Hence, less is more on a landing page. One single call to action. So for the longest time, I structured my landing pages exactly like this. But recently, I decided to test something else and started making my landing pages look more like this: multiple options on the same landing page. I tested this because I had this theory. Maybe music plays by a different set of rules than most other businesses. I mean, it seems to be the case across the board in very many different ways. The music business just sort of behaves differently than traditional businesses. And so I wanted to test it here on my landing page, because the thought I had was, maybe I'm not introducing 4 choices in the form of buttons here on this landing page, and then an additional choice to say no. Maybe I'm actually introducing 4 binary choices of yes or no, not multiple options. See, people usually listen to music on the same service every single time. I personally use Spotify. I only use Spotify. I got rid of Apple Music a long time ago. I only recently got it back so I could play with it to make videos about it. But I still only listen to music on Spotify. So when I come to this page, Spotify is the only choice for me. It's either yes or no. Am I gonna listen to this song on Spotify? I don't come to this page and go, do I want to listen to the song on Spotify? Do I want to listen to it on Apple Music? Am I feeling Amazon Music today? Or is Deezer kind of where my head's at right now? No, I don't even look at the bottom 3 options. The only one I'm looking at is Spotify. And my guess is 99.999% of music consumers globally are exactly the same. I bet you that every single person who will ever watch this video listens to their music in pretty much one place. Yeah, sure, we might check out a song on YouTube from time to time if we're an Apple Music guy or girl. We may listen to a song on SoundCloud. But given the option like this with a link tree style format of music links, we have our default go-to platform where we listen to our songs. So this link isn't 4 different choices and then an additional no option. This link is 4 binary choices, yes or no, which means, technically speaking, for every single user who lands on a page like this, there is one call to action. Do I want to listen to the song on the platform of choice for me, or don't I? So this page doesn't play by normal call to action landing page rules. It plays by the weird rules of the music business. So I've been testing this for quite some time inside of my ads and using my landing pages just like this for those ads. And this really cool thing has happened. I've started to see an increase in traffic on all of these platforms. Now this page is structured with the biggest platform at the top, which is Spotify, and then on down, with Deezer being the smallest platform, the fewest number of users out there. I did that just because it kind of made sense in my head, but the results really kind of follow that same trend. I get the most traffic on Spotify. Duh, no surprise there. The next best one is Apple Music, followed by Amazon, followed by Deezer. Of course, this is going to matter where I'm targeting. You know, Deezer doesn't have a lot of users in the United States, but it's huge in France. So if I'm targeting France, I'm going to get more traffic there. But by using multiple multiple links like this, I am now removing friction for a ton of people who would otherwise have listened to my song on Apple Music or Deezer anyway. They just had to go search for it. So the key takeaway from this whole experiment for me is this: even though I was doing something the same way for a long time, going back to first principles, the basics, and rethinking about user behavior and why people do the things they do informed testing something new that ended up producing better results. So if you're like me and you're marketing your music using ads, go back to the drawing board. Rethink about why you're doing the things you're doing from time to time. And my guess is you might end up doing something a little bit differently that you otherwise may have never used at all. Now, before you take off, if you want to learn a little bit more about how I do use Facebook ads to grow myself as an artist, then you can check out this video right here. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.